Kenny Lester, Grill Blanco in the house. This is for the catch wrestling community and all the grapplers out there. Just wanted to go ahead and give you guys a brief catch up on what's been going on with Teddy Hart and some of our my training and his training. Right now, getting my weight down, only 4 kilos over the heavyweight limit for Greco-Roman for the African Final 20 Olympic qualifier, Oceania, and only another 8 kilos over for freestyle. As soon as the Jericho Cruise gets back, we're gonna have a ring at Iron Life getting installed for the Hart Dungeon South. And wanted to go ahead and introduce the last king of the dungeon, Sue Hart's eldest grandson, and the last carrier of all the secrets of the Sue Hart
You guys know all the handshakes, right? There's a lot of different handshakes, especially when you're a guy that's been traveling the planet collecting information for 3 generations. So first thing you do when you get a guy's hand is you either hug him, bring him in close, or you keep him at a distance. And that could be fucking with life, and it could be with friendship. But a handshake's the first way you get a hold of somebody and you touch them. You can either hurt somebody when you touch them, or you could bring them in and you can help somebody when you touch them, or you could touch somebody just once and never touch them again. But it's the first way to make contact with a guy. Back in the day, Cowboy's got a fucking gun on his holster, and he can pull his gun out and shoot you really quick, or he can pull his hand out and shake your hand. And both guys fucking get to live another day and talk and tell another story. But the first thing you do when you shake hands is you get to feel a guy's strength. Back here is the muscle of a hand. You can tell if a guy's got strong hands here. He's got a very strong, thick muscle here, and a thick muscle here. It's a little bit of wrist, just a little muscle on your wrist here, but if you don't have it, you can cripple a guy right here. It's just that one, it's like a fucking tendon right here on the wrist lock. When you come through here, you pop it right here, here guys. That's a thumb. Once I got that thumb, I'm gonna fucking try to snap that thumb this way down and pop it. It's really small. Same thing with the pinky. If I get a pinky, I'm just trying to tear it off and just tear it off right here. He knows he has to turn. Because once I pop it here, I'm not actually breaking the pop. I'm not breaking this joint. I'm breaking this one right here. It's the second one. It's weaker. There's 3 joints on your fingers, right? There's 1, 2, 3. So your pinky's very weak. You pop a pinky off the thing right off the hop, you fuck the guy. Look at the grip. So when you catch a guy here, it's here, switch, or switch to here. And if you get it here, he's smart, he's getting out. He's trying to wiggle out. If you get that pinky though here, it just pop. And now you got it.
I'm not meaning to no sell. It's just it's a reaction of survival.
It hurts, yeah, because it hurts. Same thing here when you get a guy in here. There's this thumb right here. There's that little spot right here. And then you get down there.
Now this is
straight knee in the fucking head. Just straight. Once you got the guy down, he bends. And I catch him with a knee right here to the head. Not hard, because I want to catch him soft. I knee a guy in the fucking skull, knee on knee, I'm going down myself. Knees are brutal. If you hit your own knee on something hard, you get an elbow, I go to knee him, and he drops an elbow here. And I go to knee him here, and he elbows me, he Charlie horses me, I'm fucked. I've seen guys go to knee guys, I haven't waited for a knee, and I knew right when he went to knee me, I was going to elbow him, and fuck, dude, I put the point of my elbow right in his fucking knee, and he couldn't move.
Just to show again so you guys know what I was feeling in case the camera missed it, he's catching my thumb joint up here when he locks it, not like the Aikido guys down at the bottom.
Yeah, it's too low, too much strength here. You know, but pressure is top, just a little tip, pop, spread. That's why when I do that arm move and it's left arm here, I actually have his pinky just to let him know I'm not fucking around in wrestling. I got him here, so he has to work with me. Then I'll show him right here, if it was real, I'm not gonna kick him or strike him or kick him in the balls or fucking hack him here. I'm gonna pop him here and just pop off. Now he's fucked. It's the very first time he touched me. And we go to fucking grapple and I got him here. I pop his finger, I got it here, now I'm working him. Here, I got that thumb. I'm showing him, you can do 1. I like to do 2 and 2. Which is I got these 2, I got 2 more for sure. I'm either gonna grab a thumb and a pinky here, which is right here, watch thumb, pinky, 2. I got a thumb here. That's a tough move.
That's tight, yep.
But if you get one here, now it's just a fuck you. This is what I say to everybody else. I got you, I can leave this finger. I'm just gonna snap that tear. So as I said to CM Punk, it's not hard when I get behind you. Go for a double leg, Kenny. Go for a low one. Go for a low one, slide, I'm talking low. Go for a low, there you go. When I slide over guys here, and I got him here, that's all you have to do. Look at his face. My fingers are in his nose. I'm going to rip his nose off his face. It's the only way to block a double leg without Olympic rules. If a guy comes for a double leg,
this is going back to Grandfather Stu's rough and tumble days.
Because the rough and tumble days, Kenny's a historian of wrestling styles. Back in the day in Canada, they have a catch wrestling, shoot fighting competitions where basically you can do almost any kind of eye gouge, except they don't want you to pop the eye out of the eye socket. But you can get it. You can definitely push on the guy's eye or rub his eye like an ear. It's a cauliflowered eye, they call it, basically. It's because if you get enough contact to your eye, the palm, there's no open fist punches. Depends on the match, depends on the promoter, depends on the guy. Sometimes guys are having a grappling match, and the other guy fucking decides he's gonna fucking punch him in the face. Now all of a sudden they're fighting. And now the guy's going for his eye, and the referee's gotta get involved and say, hey, listen, for both guys' sake, you can gouge an eye, but you can't pop an eye out of the head. Fish hook a guy, you can. Why? Because guess what Kenny's allowed to do? Bite my fucking finger off. You miss a fish hook, and oh, he doesn't. Yeah, you're fucked. Now he's biting. Look at it, and now he's gonna bite my finger right off the fucking mouth, and I have no finger. My friend was in a street fight, Andrew Kamel, God rest his soul. This Indian guy, big tough guy, 6'4". First move Andrew did was standing fireman's, and he chucked this guy in the air like a fucking ragdoll because he was real short, 5'7". The guy was 6'3". He got underneath, standing fireman's, and threw him onto the concrete. Then they grappled for a second. Andrew quickly went like this and bit the tip of his finger off immediately. The guy went, what the fuck? This is fucking crazy. I went out of the fight. And then Andrew said, no. And then he grappled him, brought him over to the car, and fucking begun to kick the shit out of the fucking national boxing champion of Canada. Bit his finger off. It's a street fight, guys.
So going back to the rough and tumble, your average Canadian, what was he? Loggerman?
Logger, beaver trapper, what's that called? Lumberjack.
Yeah, how strong are these guys' hands?
All day long, guys. That's all they do is use their hands, and it's cold out. It's cold out. And this is back in the days of trapping. This is fishing. This is fucking cutting your house and making it out of wood. Everything is hard work. To build the road that we live on now, that we take for fucking granted, is an impossible fucking trial and tribulation and understanding of how stubborn our ancestors were and how hard they worked and how much of pussy fucking generations we've become because the technology has spoiled us. But the lessons of life are still the same lessons. A hand is a fucking opportunity to get to know someone or suck him in or pull him in and get to hurt him or get to help him and get to hug him. But so it's all forms of grappling, guys.
So we'll be showing a mixture of some of the true lucha libre, some of the inoki.
I'm not doing this with a guy unless I'm wrestling him. I'm not going to give him a mercy fight. The second I have a mercy fight, now I'm going against all his strength. He has every hand on me. Now we're equal. The second I can get something, which is I got these two fingers. Why am I making these work? Because I'm bending the joint here and here. If I'm trying to bend it from here, guys, you know what a mercy fight is? It's two guys going like this. This is a mercy fight. You know how hard a mercy fight is? But if you're not playing a mercy fight, you're playing cheap. All you're doing is finger hooking, guys. Here. And just bringing him down. And you got him here. And he's a big, strong guy. You lead by the thumb, though. Cops can make you do anything with that thumb hold. Now you're in a hammerlock. Deadly position. What happens in this position? You're going to jail or you're getting fucked in the ass. Not joking around. Very dangerous position.
PG-13.
So, yeah. You want to be very smart with your hands. So you want to protect your thumbs. And fucking when you're trying to get a guy, exactly. You want to protect your thumbs. And keep your hands tight. Tight, tight. Now his finger, you start wondering why, remember, through the sand. Through the sand. Tokyo Joe says all day long, strengthen your fingertips. 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 Guy comes at me. Fingertip. I don't even have to touch you. I can fingertip you. You come near me, literally, I'll fingertip you. Right in the eye. So Hoist Gracie did it to fucking Ken Shamrock. Very first time they had the fight. I believe it was Hoist. And he also did it to that other guy, he did brutal chemo. He just popped chemo so many times that chemo fucking couldn't stand it and he tapped out.
So anyway, just wanted to show you guys a little bit of a replay. Now, traditional position that everyone views as a total work in pro wrestling. This, we're going to show you how it's actually was the foundation of real rough and tumble and catch-as-catch-can wrestling. And Billy Robinson passed through the dungeon. Bad News Allen passed through the dungeon.
Judo specialist.
A lot of people came through the dungeon, you being the last living grandson, the eldest grandson of Stu Hart, the last one to really get to pick his brain, and the last king of the dungeon.
Spent more time with Stu than anybody, guys. More time with my grandfather than anybody. Me and TJ, really.
we're finally going to go ahead and open up and show some of the techniques and show some of the secrets.
That's what the world should know now. That Teddy Hart's not a wrestler and never was. I was always a grappler and a self-defense specialist. So there's no point in being a self-defense specialist in wrestling. You don't need to be any tougher than the guy that's your opponent, that's giving you his life with his fucking trust and earned respect. After a while, you learn the guy, he throws that kind of punch. That guy throws this kind of knee. You learn how to wrestle different guys. For me, I always wrestle a guy his first big match usually, so I don't know what he's going to do and how it's going to work, but I know I have a certain style which protects me against all sizes, shapes, and forms, and all sexes, right? If it's a fucking knee and you're hitting the guy here, you're hitting your own fucking hand. If I'm throwing a real knee, I'm throwing right here. And then knee on the side.
Believer.
Right away. I'm not trying to get a head. Head's way too high. You get the head after you hit the liver a couple times. Now when he starts dropping his head, now he's dropping his head. Now I can hit him up here with a knee. But at first it's liver, and it's grab. I don't have you have, once he hits me, grab me. Once he grabs me, I pull away, just a little pull. Here gets him off balance. Just grab me. Just a little pull, and I'm hitting him with his own weight. It's just a pull. Once he pulls, he's pulling himself forward. Same thing when I put a claw in the guy. Now if a guy tries to pull on me, I guess what I'm doing to him? I'm putting my claw right through him. Pull me. Every time he pulls me, I'm stabbing him. If he tries to pull me on top of him, all I do is put a pressure on him. And if he moves me, I'm stabbing him with his own weight. Feel. So when you grab me. Hold the camera for a second, Kenny.
No.
Because you're look.
It's a video. Okay, guys. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. Just wanted to show off that we are working with Scientific Wrestling to release the last King of the Dungeon. Teddy Hart will be showing off not only catch,
soft, here, soft, joint, catch, snap. That's here. That snaps his elbow. All I'm doing is locking over so he can't switch his hand. He's done. I'm gonna hyperextend it right here and break his elbow. Break his shoulder, no way. But I can throw him now after I broke his elbow. Because I didn't break the bone here, so the arm's still gonna work. He just is not gonna be able to hyperextend his arm. I'm blocking. Oh, he's smart. Kenny knows.
I'm going straight on my forehead.
He's smart. He knows. He knows. Once you have the arm, you're fucked. You better take the arm. You're gonna take the bump instead of lose your arm.
So anyway, we're gonna be showing off a unique combination of why the show holds why the rear holds were turned into the show holds, and it'll also be very interesting to gain a new respect for the show holds now that you have realized that they actually evolved from real holds. But it'll be also somewhat disappointing to see how bad some guys have bastardized these positions.
Killed it.
I had no respect for the wrist twist until I learned what it was actually based on. Same thing with the Lucha Libre.
Same thing with fucking the back. Once you're in this position, you literally have to break his finger off to get the grip. I try to go for a double cowboy, where I go for the cowboy's guns on both sides. So you go to grab me here, I'm going for the fucking pinky. He's protecting his pinkies. You either have one hand here, or you have one hand here. You're not gonna get a thumb off of a guy. I don't think you're gonna, you might be able to turn towards a thumb. You might be able to, the old grip stuff, right, Maria?
Yeah.
Anytime someone grabs you, grab me. No, grab me, wrist.
Oh, yeah.
Go, you know how to get out of it, right, Maria?
Big on the short fat guy.
Yeah, always towards the thumb. Always towards the thumb. Anytime a guy grabs me, grab me here, towards the thumb.
Short fat guy, not the foreskin guys.
You can't get out this way. You won't be able to get out. The second you go towards the thumb, you automatically have to go.
We call pick the fight with the short fat guy, not the tall skinny guys.
Ready?
All right, well, anyway, that's it. Just wanted to wrap it up and make you guys a cool video showing off some different neat technique.